Shalom, Yashala, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Yasharallah. Kol Holoyim La, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Harakha Kodash, for blessing our elders with the spirit of truth so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Akwak that's keeping the faith in the work. Shall keep at it. This your brother Abaya coming at you with more precepts. It's the book of Romans chapter 12 and verse 18. It says, if it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. Right, so that's how the spirit works. Once I was just talking about this at camp yesterday, and the Most High presented an example of how not to be. Right, what you are about to see on your screen is who I believe to be ISUPK and who I know is IUIC. Right, and that's the spirit in itself again, because yesterday, like I was saying, on that 501c3 group, I believe ISUPK with it too, with the 501c3. I'm not sure, but I know IUIC is, right? And you'll see the tactics that look real familiar. You'll see these same tactics get played out when you see police officers kill, Jake. Right, but at the end of the day, both counts was wrong as hell, man. Because like we just read, Scripture tells us, if at all possible, if it be possible, as much as lieth in you, meaning to the best of your ability with everything you got inside yourself, if you can live peaceably with all men, do so. Right. But even then, it's other means to get about, or to go about, addressing different issues. Right, so I'm going to let this video play. I'll be back. So I'm going to pause for a minute video because you probably can't hear what he's saying. But basically what he's going into is something that happened in IUIC's past. And I'm guessing he's bringing that out because, as you see, they already set up and speaking. Right? They already got their whole little get up, look like they've been out there for a minute. But on the counterpart of that, you see IUIC just not pulling up doing their chants and getting ready to set up, which is off as hell. Right? But when dudes started bringing out the information pertaining to IUIC, it began to go a little petty, and it ultimately ended in a physical altercation. So you see, you got Buddy in the headlock talking about you better not move. Who that sound like? What that sound like? Sound like the police. Right? Look at the actions that they have, going on. Ain't no one tried to break up anything. It was just all out, let's bump and restrain, but in a way to where there is no speaking, and that's on both sides. Right? Like I said, there was nobody on both sides that tried to stop the situation. It was just all out, let's go. Let's get at it. And that ain't nothing but niggerdom right there, man. What part of the scriptures was acted out? during this altercation. That's a damn shame, man. That's a damn shame. And like I said, on both of their ends. Because IUIC clearly saw them folk was already on the corner, man. So there was a whole agitating move in itself to show up in formation and do all that hollering and screaming. You did that on purpose. Right? This whole thing could have been prevented if they was actually walking what they taught. These folk talk law, 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 law. Right? But what scripture tell you, how scripture tell you to be to your neighbor, man? And we go into specifics about who your neighbor is. It's the children of your people. How much more so the brethren that's out in the highways and hedges. Get that man respect. Get them folk respect, because they doing the work that you trying to do. Like I said at camp, man, this ain't about a person. This ain't about people. This is supposed to be about the Lord, man. This whole thing is supposed to be about uplifting the Lord, telling the people what time it is through prophecies, uplifting Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, period. It ain't about a man. Right? And if they was really about that, that would have been displayed during this altercation. It would have been prevented from the jump. Somebody would have stepped up and been like, hey man, script says this, script says that. Even if you gotta pick your dude up in the eye and physically take him back, hey man, that ain't script. That ain't the spirit right there. Right? So let me go to the book of Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 32. It says, he that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh the city. Right? So when old boy put his hand on that chair, in which I have no idea why he put his hand on other people's property at all. Right? That was an agitating move in itself. Once again, like I said, y'all just being there in the first place, when you see a whole nother camp already set up, that's niggerdom right there. If you go to a spot and you see people already set up, bruh, just go somewhere else. Right? It's simple. Matter of fact, let me go to Romans chapter 15 and verse 20. Now, like I said, I don't keep up with now one of these folk, but if this IUIC spot, right, Say this they spot and they been speaking to, right? And you see a whole nother camp set up right there where y'all speak it. You can have two people, one with a camera and another to speak, to just bring out scriptures on the side out the way to basically show the wrong that those people are doing. But you don't sit up and, have your whole military situation going on while they bringing out the scriptures, because it ain't about y'all at all. It's about the word that was supposed to been brought out that got stopped because y'all niggas let Satan in the way. Y'all niggas let Satan in the midst of y'all. And the word stopped. Now, how is that edifying at all? With the exception of y'all being the butt of these different videos that's about to come out from all over the place. Right? Facts, man. Right, so like I said, they could have had two individuals, one with a camera, one to speak, to point out the folly of them being already in that spot. And if it was the ISUPK that was set up there, and they been set up there and been coming out, and IUIC stepped up, you know what I'm saying? It just reverse. Right? That man brought out what he was bringing out on IUIC. When old boy tried to swing at him for grabbing the chest, somebody should have yoked him up. Grabbed the dude in the red. Somebody should have grabbed him up and pulled him to the side and been like, bro, you tripping. We ain't out here for that. We out here to bring out the word. Right? But anyway, this Romans chapter 15 verse 20, it says, yea, so have I strived to preach the gospel. Right? Not strive to show that I'm the realest nigga. Not strive to show that I ain't to be fucked with. No. Yea, so have I strived to preach the gospel, not where Hamashiach was named, lest I should build upon another man's foundation. This Paul saying he ain't do that. Right? Verse 21 says, but as it is written, to whom he was not spoken of, they shall see. And they that have not heard shall understand. Meaning, go somewhere where ain't nobody heard this gospel. Right? Verse 22. For which cause also I have been much hindered from coming to you. Paul said I could have been came over here and spread this gospel to y'all, but it was already somebody here that was preaching it. These folk talk all this script, but you not following, bro. And the proof is in your fruits. Straight like that. It's in your breakdowns. It's in your actions. Yeah. Like I said, now, even though these individuals represent their respective camps, that don't represent everybody in these camps, because you really do have sincere people that are attached to both of these organizations that really want to serve the Lord. And most high willing, how about Shem Yahushua Ratazah, they see this and be like, hey, this ain't right. This ain't right. Because of the reasons aforementioned. Right? And go to the book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents. How are you wise as serpents? Because you're supposed to be following thus said Yahweh. And harmless as doves. If you follow thus said Yahweh, you will be harmless as doves. Because like we read in Romans chapter 12, if at all possible, with all that lies within thee, live peaceably with all men. Right? But these folks still on their niggas. They still on their niggerdom, bro. You wearing fringes don't change a damn thing about who you are. You having the beard on your face don't change a damn thing about who you are. It's about who you are for real, that spirit man that's on the inside of you. And half these niggas, they not dealing with the spirit of the Lord, man. For real, for real. They in it for money's sake. They in to look a certain type of way. But them niggas they ain't about their life for real. Just being real. They not about their life for real, bro. I done seen too many instances of it. Firsthand, I done seen too many niggas with them long ass fringes on, with them beards on, them crowns and all that, mitres and all this stuff, Some of the biggest niggas I ever seen in my life. I done seen this with my own two eyes. I've experienced this. So I mean, when I say what I mean, man, watch who you learning from, bro. They may put on like they holier than thou, but them niggas ain't nothing but some niggas, bro. Telling you what I know. Alright? Let me go to the book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah 17 and verse 5 says, Thus saith Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth from Yahweh. For he shall be like the heath in the desert, and shall not see when good cometh, but shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness, in the salt land, and not be inhabited. And not inhabited. It says, Blessed is the man that trusteth in Yahweh, and whose hope Yahweh is. Right? Trust in the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. And you understand the Most High gonna work everything out. You ain't gotta put your hands on nobody, man. For touching a chair. I said, man, both parties were all the way wrong, bro. Straight like that. This ain't nothing but niggerdom, man. Alright? I'm gonna go to the book of Ephesians. And I'll close with this. And Yahweh Ratazah close with this. Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 31 says, Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice, and be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgive one another, even as power for Hamashiach's sake hath forgiven you. That's the mindset that we are supposed to be in, man. Shouldn't be no rah-rah and all this, you know what I'm saying, resorting back to your carnal, man, when the slightest irritation comes. Especially among the brethren, bro. If you really about the word of the Most High, you going out and doing the work, putting your life on the line, bro. That means you supposed to see another brother that's doing the same thing, even if y'all don't agree on the doctrine. You got different views of doctrine. It's still supposed to be peace. If you really about that. If you ain't about that for real, then your nigga them gonna show. Right? Every time. Let me see. I'll try to find this precept right quick. What brings a light to anything? Okay, 1 Corinthians 4 and 5 says, Therefore judge nothing before the time, until Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai come, who both will bring to light the hidden things of darkness, and will make manifest the counsels of the hearts. And then shall every man have praise of power. Right? So what's done in dark will come to light. Right? And like I said, man, it's some righteous individuals in these different camps. But what I just saw was a display of niggerdom. I ain't even calling these folk that's involved in this wicked. I'm not calling that at all. All I'm saying is they allowed Satan to come wreck shop where the word of the Lord was being brought out, and it shouldn't have been so. Somebody should have stepped up. So with that, and Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Ratazah, these precepts in this video were edifying. Call Haloyim La, Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Harakakodash, Shalom Yashallah.